A Port Hills homeowner thought World War III had broken out in her front yard over the weekend after one team of election volunteers nailed their hoarding over one belonging to another candidate. While much of Christchurch was underwater, National List MP Nuk Korako's team was putting up an election hoarding, but they arrived at One Ōpawa address and found Ruth Dyson's team had got there first. Believing they were the only ones to have permission from the homeowner, the national team proceeded to nail Nook's hoarding over Ruth's hoarding. A short time ago, Nuk Korako admitted his team was maybe just a little bit overzealous.
Basically goes back to Friday night. An owner got really upset that a political sign had been put on their fence without being within the allocated time, the official time, which was 12 o'clock Friday night, which was for Saturday morning. So that owner actually, and I didn't even know about it until someone actually texted me and said, hey, do you realise that the Labour sign is already up at 7 o'clock in the evening, they're 5 hours early, and I just thought, okay. So I just sort of went back to the owner and said, is it still all right for me then to have a sign on the fence? Because there's already one up there, even though it's before the actual official time. And then the owner went back and said, yeah, go for it. And then the owner texted me back again and said, and by the way, we'll just take the sign down, and that's your mandate from me as the owner. So anyway, 12 o'clock comes. That night, my team were out. I mean, it was really cold in Christchurch early that Saturday morning. So by the time they got there, all they did was sort of think, well we're not going to take it down because that's why, let's just put a sign over it, our sign over it. Tomorrow we'll come back and take it down as we got asked by the owner. So that's how the whole thing sort of came out. It's just unfortunate because, if it sort of happened again, I suppose I would have said to my guys, hey, let's just wait until the morning. The owner can take it down, and then we'll just sort of move on from there. But obviously that didn't happen.
Right, so these are volunteers, Nook?
Yeah.
Volunteers, and so...
I've got a hoardings team.
Yeah, haven't we all, Nook? Yeah. And so the Labour Party hoardings team put up, prematurely erected a hoarding of Ruth Dyson. Your team went in and went over the top of Ruth Dyson, so to speak.
Yeah, well, basically we got a message, a text from the owner saying take it down.
Ruth Dyson, take Ruth Dyson down.
Yeah, take the sign down, yeah.
Yeah.
So my guys just put my hoarding over Ruth Dyson's sign. And we're going to come back the next day and take it down and put it in the side of the shed where we're told to put it, and then let them come around and pick it up.
So that's National MP Nuk Korako. Now, Labour's Ruth Dyson is the MP for Port Hills. We asked her where her hoarding is now.
It's either up or it's going up again very soon.
Right, so but Nuk was on top of you. He was on top of you for a while there, wasn't he?
Oh, no, his sign. Cut it out, the visuals on that. His sign.
So, you're right. I mean, it's national radio and it's dinner time too, so that's wrong on every level. But his sign was on top of your sign.
That's right. He put his sign on top of mine.
No, it was his hoardings team. He's just told us it was his overzealous hoardings team. Yeah,
good on him. That's good. And then, so we didn't think much of that. So we just moved his and put it beside our one, which is the agreement that we'd always had with the homeowner. That seemed fine. We just moved his off mine, beside mine. So two are on the fence, side by side, all good. And then next time someone drove past, ours had been taken down and biffed over the fence.
So you're not there at all any longer?
Well, it's probably up again by now.
Right.
I've contacted the homeowner who thought World War III had been declared on her fence.
Yes. But the homeowner, because there seems to be some suggestion the homeowner was bewildered by the whole thing, but there was permission for election hoardings to be on the fence.
Oh, absolutely, I had permission. I'd never put a hoarding board up on a fence without permission. That's ridiculous. So I've got permission in writing, and she has confirmed that today.
Right. Maybe this speaks of a really tight contest in the Port Hills electorate, Ruth.
I don't think so. I think it's a bit of stupidity, to be honest. I mean, 5 minutes drive away from where this hoarding board is, we had people who were evacuated from their homes because of floods. So, my priority's been actually looking after my constituents rather than responding to overzealous volunteers or just plain stupidity. it's pretty arrogant to put your billboard over top of someone else's. You know, it's just a weird thing to do.
Ruth Dyson, who is the sitting MP in the electorate, we've been unable to reach the homeowner today.